Hey there everyone, today I'm going to be doing a showcase for the Permafrost tournament. Now this tournament is hard, it's super hard, at least when you're playing with stats below what you're meant to have, because I have relic gear on. I am actually using the Curio because you can currently get it in the event lockbox with the relic gear, so I thought I'd throw that in. My stats and everything are the same as normal, level 120 with this build that I'm running. You do want to take any skill runes off to make sure you're doing fire damage, because fire damage is increased in this event. And yeah, Fire Drake again is going to be your main source of damage. Now because this tournament's hard, I'm going to be talking through strategies I play through. I'll just look at the rewards here. You've got Essence as the additional reward, which I don't like so much. I don't really think there's much point picking up a lot of Essence. You get it from lots of other places. It's not that expensive. And the overall reward from it, like, you've got to get a lot of gold anyway after you get sort of beyond level 20 or so, so there's going to be a point probably where we're going to have a ton of essence and not enough gold to use it, so I'm not too bothered about stacking up on essence now. So the relic reward has crit chance and crit damage, which is like the rest of the medals, the most recent ones. No move speed again, you got the normal jewels, sockets, yeah, that's it. And basically it's the same as the last one, just a bit better. Same at all qualities, you get the essence. You are getting what's it called? In the achievements you get the sprite, so they've still got the sprites going on. So I would recommend to get one reward. I like to get the artifact reward each time, just to keep that sprite, no, wisp. Wisp is what I mean. Wisp, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's go in with the first challenge here. There are a few which I'm going to be going through in a lot of detail, hopefully not dying, but this first one is a nice, easy one to start. Alright, so this first one, you've got three snowball rollers which appear at that point. They don't start until you actually do something. So I like to take down this first one here at the bottom. I just put an incinerator on that, start on the enemies here, and then I put out another Drake. He then does the snowball there, which you can walk underneath, and then basically take him down, keeping the Fire Drakes as defense up at the top. Now the two snowball rollers at the top, basically they seem to have trouble rolling the snowballs lower down on the map. They'll basically roll them across the top, so you're pretty safe from now on. Just take down one of them and then the other one. No difficulty whatsoever. Alright, the next challenge is where it gets really tricky. So for this one, the serpents do a ton of damage, and your protection bubble is not going to save you. So I like to put down a Fire Drake just behind me at the beginning, which I'm going to run behind once my Fire Drake above goes down. Why is it not using? Okay, there we go. Now it's a little bit high, but that doesn't matter. So I put a Fire Drake here on the right, incinerate this serpent, start attacking, and then back behind the Fire Drake I just put out before. By the time that's down, you should have another Fire Drake which you can put next to that. That will die just very quickly, so get a protection bubble ready. And by then, you should have the first serpent down. Now once you've got one serpent down, this gets a lot easier. Your plan from now on is just to keep only one serpent above ground at any one time. So focus immediately on the other serpent. You can see I've got him down now. The other enemies you can pretty much ignore. I'm just going to take down a little bit while I'm waiting. Alright, now as soon as this serpent comes back up, go at it. I can't think of the phrase now, but yeah. Full steam ahead, whatever, start attacking it lots, and then that should be down by the time the other one comes up. This challenge is very tricky, and I made it look quite simple with that, but that is my technique, and it works quite well. It's just the beginning bit which is very awkward. You've got to make sure you get that Fire Drake down as defense for you to run behind. Well, it's more like a shield that you just like set up, then put the Fire Drake up here immediately, start attacking the one on the right, and then it's almost immediately you have to back away behind this other Fire Drake. You'll get another one out, so put it up here as high as possible, so then you can kind of run up to where that is, start attacking the serpent. Get ready with protection bubble because you have to use it very quickly, and that should pretty much give you enough time now to take down that first serpent so it goes underground. If the serpent targets your Drake, try and make sure you have one out at the time. It will mess up, they will keep going for that same Drake even when it's dead, but if it does target you, then you've got to watch out. Keep moving and make sure they don't hit you, because that is a one-shot. Anyway, that's that challenge. Moving on to the next one. And this third challenge has a boss in the middle, and then basically these three spawning things up at the top. Now the spawning things have the same health. Oh, it starts already. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. We're going back in now. Okay, so they have the same amount of health as the boss. So basically, you just want to focus on the boss. The boss has a couple of annoying attacks, but basically keep the Drake down fairly close to him, and then you can just keep your attacks going. Watch out for the tornado things that he puts out. They do a lot of damage. You can see them just here. Also, I like to take down the suicide enemies because the Drakes do struggle with them, just because they're slow attacks. They can't take them down if there's more than one suicide enemy. You can see my top Drake there. You probably can't see it, it's slightly off camera I think. Got taken down by a suicide enemy. Alright, we've got these tornadoes. The tornadoes do home in. They home into the closest target. So they will home in on your Drakes or you, depending on what's closest. Is the boss is healing slightly? I did not know that happened. What's causing it to heal? Anyway, as you can see, you can chip away at its health. Not too bad. Ooh, don't know what killed that one so quickly there. Maybe it's all the enemies. I'll try and focus on taking them down a bit. The Drakes do tons of damage. They almost one-shot all the little enemies. Alright, we should be done now. And come on. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. This next one has a boss who summons a few other enemies. You only actually need to take down the boss, but I like to take down the other enemies because they don't have much health at all. But you do have to watch out, because when you take down the other enemies, a couple of other enemies spawn. They can be suicide enemies or otherwise little guys. You can see that it's suicide enemies, but yeah. Also, over time, after a bit of time, the boss will summon a few more enemies. So yeah, don't spend loads of time taking them all down, because there's no point. But yeah, so now I'm going to focus on the boss. And yeah, when the boss is alone, he's not very tricky at all. You just gotta keep going with the Drakes, keep going with the Incinerate, and just keep attacking. He hasn't really got any major attacks. You can see he does a bit of range. In fact, this type of enemy has a huge melee attack damage, so it is a good idea to put the Drakes a little bit away from them, because they can get almost one shot by his melee attacks. So this is the 5th challenge, and it is ridiculously tough, but we're going to get stuck into it, talk about technique at the end, and as we go through, you've got to take down the towers in a certain order. So start with this one on the top right, put a fire Drake down right on top of it, incinerate as soon as it appears, protection bubble because there will be tornadoes appearing directly on you, and leave this space free so you can walk into it. I now like to put on another incinerate. That should take down the tower. Then you run down here and start controlling the number of enemies, because they keep spawning throughout this entire tournament. You've also got to watch out for those ice balls coming from the tower at the top. They will kill you one shot. So yeah, keep an eye on them falling down. And annoyingly, they do take out your Drakes, so make sure you don't put one right down in the path of one. That Drake I just put out, I didn't see the ice ball coming, or maybe I did. I didn't notice it, and so yeah, it didn't kill him one shot, but it does pretty much take him down. I'm struggling with targeting. Oh no, why am I doing this? Come on. Oh, I had Incinerate on, that's why. Okay, I thought I had Fire Drake, and I was trying to click to use it. Okay, so we've got to take down the one at the bottom now. I am gonna I'll probably take down these enemies first. You can sort of take your time once you've taken down the first tower. It's a bit crazy before then. I think that first tower is the one that does the tornadoes. I think I'm right in saying that. This one at the bottom, I'm not sure what it does, but yeah, you can take it down now. Basically, I like to stay in control of the situation as much as possible at this point. I just managed to miss the ice ball. Yeah, so I tried to stay on top of the enemies to keep them down. They do a lot of damage to me because of my lower stats. I can't dodge any of their attacks. So yeah, these melee guys, they take me down in 2 hits, and I don't dodge any of the attacks. So yeah, I've got to be really careful. Alright, so now we've taken down that tower there. We've just got the last tower left. I made this look so easy. Oh, I'm glad. I do have a hard time with this one. If you do have a really hard time with it, it's mainly this beginning bit. You've got to come in, use a cooldown potion, and just spam those Drakes. And watch out, because the tornadoes do appear on you right away. As soon as you've got the Incinerate on, put the protection bubble on, I would. take out the suicide enemy, and then do these attacks until the tornadoes appear, and then move over here. And they don't last very long, so they will disappear before they actually get to you. And then try and focus your attacks on the tower. If you struggle because there are too many enemies crowding you or whatever, I have teleport on and teleport over here, try and take down some enemies. The only problem is, if you don't take down that tower, more tornadoes will appear on you, and you can't really predict them. So it's pretty important to take down that tower as soon as possible before you go and run back over here and protect yourself. So yeah, good luck with that one. I'll move on to the next challenge now. I'm sorry for not talking through that, but this challenge is very frustrating. If you don't have the stats for it, it is just near impossible. You saw I was pumping potions like throughout the entire challenge. Basically, the problem is, you've got one guy here and then two sharpshooters. The melee guy will instantly kill you if he touches you. The two sharpshooters, they do a lot of damage, but they're not the big problem. The big problem is the enemies which keep spawning. There are 3 of them, and they're a mixture of range and melee ones. The melee ones aren't too much trouble, because you're already staying away from the melee enemy. But the range enemies will eat through your health so fast, and because they keep spawning, they will stack up. So you have to basically circle around, and I found the best technique is put fire drakes right in the middle of them, in amongst all the range enemies, so they just do maximum damage to those range enemies. Then try and use your incinerate on the small ones, because the two sharpshooters are immune to fear. It will do a lot of damage to them, but when you're trying to reduce the amount of damage you're taking, you want to fear the range enemy, the small ones, so that they start running away and they're not attacking you during that time. It is ridiculously tough, and you just have to use it. These 5 skills, I believe, are the best ones for it. I mean, maybe you can slow down the movement of the slow melee one with Blizzard, but to be honest, you're getting hurt so much by those range enemies. I don't know if that will help overall. I would just avoid this challenge if you struggle with it in the same way I do, and otherwise, good luck with it. Similarly, this one is really frustrating, and so I'm going to be pumping potions again, but it's made it a little bit easier because you only have to take down one target. There are other enemies which spawn, but they have too much health that there's really no point going for them. They do a lot of damage, so they try and stick over to one side like this, and just put down your drakes, use incinerate lots, and try and kill him quite quickly. That's basically my technique for this one. He uses a few blade attacks. There's one which goes in a line, which is like the ice spikes, but not so bad because it doesn't track after you. Then there's this other one, which either gets drawn by your drakes, as you saw there, or... Oh! See, that's the problem. These enemies just do so much damage. They throw their axes, which does a ton of damage in one go, and with lag you can't tell when it's happening at all. There's no way to avoid it. But that's why you want to stick over to one side. And you saw there, I walked out too far and I got hit. But yeah, basically keep going with that. If you've got more damage than me, which you will do because I'm underpowered with this class, you should be able to take him down fast enough. When he uses the blades and they all come over, you can either just get drawn by drakes or you can teleport out. But like I said, that's risky because they can throw their axes and kill you. So try and stick over to one side. So yeah, good luck with this one. The next 2 are far easier. So this one's a lovely breather after the last few ones, but I do like to stack up drakes at the beginning because he will put down crystals which turn into enemies right at the start. So yeah, start attacking, crystals will come down. You're going to make sure that you take down the big one. That's what you want the drakes for, because it's got a bit of health. And then watch out for these ice spikes. That's pretty much his only attack you've got to watch out for. He also does the icicles down from the sky, but yeah. We've faced this boss many times before. He's very easy. He's actually the boss from my favourite event ever, the first video I ever uploaded to YouTube. And yeah, he's brilliant. I love him so much. But by himself, he's way too easy. Especially there, look, that's meant to be his most damaging attack, really. And it just gets completely taken by any distraction. Anyway, on to the next one. So this last challenge is fairly easy too. I like to stack up a couple of drakes at the beginning, just to help with damage output, taking down the 3 enemies. 3 enemies themselves, there's one who does healing the others, that's this Samu here. I like to take him down first. There's another one which does icicles from the sky that you can see there. And then there's another one which does slow moving ice balls. I like to take down the one who does slow ice balls next, just because it can get a little bit awkward, and these ice balls are super powerful. So yeah, watch out for them. You cannot get hit by a single one. A single one will take down a fire drake. I'm playing very defensive here, or very safe. I may as well actually take down this guy next. Each one doesn't have much health, so it's not very hard as challenges go. Yeah, basically just circle around and do this. Only a few things you need to watch out for. And yeah, this guy does teleport. They also got quite powerful melee attacks, so make sure you don't get too close to them. And there we go, challenge done. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the strategy of these videos. I did actually record many of them because the original video where I just went through all 9 challenges, I died so many times, and I decided it would be a lot better if I went through them and did them again. So I hope you enjoyed the time which I put into recording all these, and I'll see you in the event video soon.